I am way in over my head. Those 7 words didn't come from a rookie or a hater. They came from the man himself, Cleetus McFarland, after one of the most grueling days of his life at Rockingham. For years, we've watched him conquer the internet, burnout pads, and drag strips, but the high banks of NASCAR just handed him a reality check so massive it's changed his entire career path. The dream of the NASCAR Cup Series, it's not just on hold, Cleetus has officially pulled the plug on that ambition. But before you call this a quit story, you need to see the data. Because while he's backing away from the Cup, he's inadvertently becoming the most important driver in the entire sport right now. Today, we are breaking down the brutal honesty of Garrett Mitchell, the Nashville exam that determines his 2027 fate, and why the Cleetus Effect is breaking NASCAR TV ratings. If you're here for the realest NASCAR breakdowns, hit that subscribe button. We're pushing for 10K subs, and every single one of you matters to the garage. Let's be honest, Daytona was a nightmare. His Truck Series debut lasted exactly 6 laps before he kissed the inside wall. Cleetus called himself an idiot in the aftermath. Most people thought that was the end. The fantasy was over. Then came Rockingham. He ran 2 races in one day. In ARCA East, he grabbed a top 5. He looked like a pro. But hours later in the O'Reilly Series, he was fighting for his life, finishing 32nd and 6 laps down. It was a stark reminder. Having 3 million subscribers doesn't give you extra grip in the corners. But then, Talladega happened. In an ARCA field full of young lions, Cleetus didn't just survive, he hunted. He led 19 laps. He was inches away from a win, finishing a legendary second. That single performance silenced the critics who said he was just playing racer. It proved that when the equipment and the level match his current skill, he is a legitimate podium threat. After Talladega, everyone expected him to double down on the Cup Series dream. Instead, he dropped a bombshell. He admitted that the gap between where he is and where the Cup guys are is terrifying. This is why this story is unique. We live in an era of fake it till you make it, but Cleetus chose total transparency. He admitted he doesn't have the desire for Cup anymore because he finally respects the mountain. He's realized that ARCA is his sweet spot, a place where he can actually learn racecraft without being a rolling roadblock for the world's elite. It's not a lack of ambition, it's a surplus of intelligence. While Cleetus is questioning his skill, NASCAR is looking at the spreadsheets. At Rockingham, viewership on the CW jumped 11%. At Talladega, the ARCA race saw a staggering 41% increase in audience year over year. Is he the only reason? Maybe not, but 446,000 people don't just accidentally tune into an ARCA race. NASCAR knows they have a gold mine on their hands. He's bringing a younger, digital-first audience to a sport that's been starving for it for a decade. So, what's next? Everything hinges on Nashville. NASCAR's Vice President Mike Ford has been clear. Nashville is the checkpost. If Cleetus runs a clean, competitive race in the O'Reilly Series there, the approval committee is ready to open the gates to intermediate tracks and even full superspeedway clearance. The whispers in the garage are getting louder about 2027. Cleetus has hinted that if the sponsors and the merch numbers align, a full-time ARCA season is the goal. For the first time, we wouldn't just see YouTube cameos, we'd see a championship hunt. Cleetus McFarland's NASCAR journey is no longer a PR stunt, it's an evolution. By saying no to the Cup Series, he's actually saying yes to a long-term career. He's choosing to be a great ARCA and truck driver instead of a mediocre Cup driver. And in the world of racing, that honesty is worth more than any trophy. But I want to hear from you. Is Nashville going to be the race where he proves he belongs for good? Or is a full-time 2027 season too much of a grind for a guy running a massive business? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. Don't forget to like this video if you want more deep dive NASCAR content. We'll see you at the next green flag.